Christmas.
I'm the doctor.
What's up there?
Goblins.
Oh, yeah?
Time travelers are great. Like, wow. Ah! Hold on tight.
Who are you?
Hello and welcome to the Grand Circle Tour podcast. And tonight we are talking about the fourth Doctor Who special, the Christmas special, The Church on Ruby Road. And joining me on deck tonight are my two favorite co-hosts. We have to my left in the communications officer chair, Food Fairy Kris. How are you doing tonight, Kris?
I'm good, and I'm excited to talk about this fourth special. And this is like going to lead into spring when everything kicks into high gear. So I'm very excited.
I am very excited as well. Joining me as well, to my other left in the navigation officer's chair is Skipper Jay. How are you doing tonight, Jay?
Aloha, I am fantastic. I am a better person for having watched this episode. My life is much fuller. It is more enriched. I'm a happier person. What more can I say?
And of course, I am Mission Commander Justin. I seem to have forgotten to say that at the beginning of this episode, but But we are all here and we are all excited to talk about Doctor Who yet again. Mostly because it's on Disney Plus and that gives us an excuse to talk about it. So we are very happy. This is an amazing episode. I think it is fantastic. And I want to talk about, first of all, what are your overall non-spoiler ideas about it? How do you feel about it? How was it for you as an episode? We'll start with you, Kris.
Okay. So I loved this episode. When everybody knows that there's a new Doctor Who face now, and I wasn't sure how I was going to react. With these three previous specials with David Tennant, and he's just amazing as Doctor Who, and I wasn't sure, but I really, really like this guy. So that's what I'm really excited about now going into spring with the regular episodes coming up.
I am very excited as well. How about you, Jay? What is your overall non-spoilery?
Wow. I love this episode. Two thoughts. One, just how likable, just instantly likable, not being forced to like them.
Mm-hmm.
These two actors are.
Yes.
I love them in the roles already. And
I love the chemistry between them as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. I can't wait to watch these two.
It's
I'm so excited for this era. I like that this Doctor to me feels like a very early Eighth Doctor. That we have taken all of the trauma of the past 20 years and we put David Tennant over here in a corner, and now we can feel good again. It's a nice turnaround, and I think it's about time. I think it's time that we have fun again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's something we had talked about in our previous discussions, where it feels like we have the opportunity now to just be more fun and playful.
Mm-hmm.
Just going forward. And I will also say, I think this episode plays very well against Rose in 2005.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Where we see a lot of like the new companion her life as she's going into this, and then she gets to meet the Doctor, and how that affects everything going forward.
Yeah.
You can see that this is Russell T. Davis trying to start a new series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he gets to have a whole a series one. He's had this series in his head for a while, I bet.
And so there's a lot of that I think
Yeah.
really plays well in this episode. It feels like a good jumping on point for fans as well, I think. So we are going to pause here for a moment, and then we are going to go into full spoiler territory. And we're back after the wonderful thing that Jay just put in there.
Yes, I will remember to do that.
Yes. Ken's secret.
Oh.
Just you wait.
Ken's secret that's not a secret? Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's no secret.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a question I want to ask you guys.
Okay.
In comparison to the other Christmas specials that have occurred in Doctor Who history, where would you put this one?
For me, on my own personal scale, I would put this at number 4.
Okay. What about you, Justin?
I would put this as
number 5. Number 5.
Number 5. Okay, he's changing.
It probably has 3 of my 5.
Okay.
I would put this as my most recent. I love this as a Christmas. Well, I love this as a show. I don't love it as a Christmas special.
Okay. I didn't think there was a whole lot of Christmassy in it.
This
not
feels
like
more
the other
like
ones have been.
Yeah, this feels more like episode 1 of the series.
Mm-hmm. It does.
I will tell you
like
why.
Rose from 2005. This is the first episode of the series.
Yeah.
I will tell you why
place at
this
Christmas.
went so high for me, guys. It's because all of our Christmas specials are usually, la 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 la, something weird, or a goodbye, and it's always a sad, heavy goodbye. And this time we have it's back on Christmas Day where it belongs, and instead of a teary goodbye, we have a joyous new beginning. And I think that just I love it. I love it. Love it.
Okay, one more question for you guys, and then Justin's going to start asking questions. Okay,
I will not.
when we first saw the new Doctor, quote unquote, he had underwear on and no pants.
No, he had pants. He had pants on, no trousers.
He has a whole wardrobe, and it changed several times during this episode.
Oh my God! We finally got the Doctor in a kilt.
In a kilt, he had the leather coat. He had different tops on, and the one top with the stripes in it. It made me think of the scarf, the old scarf, and it was like the same colors. So what did you guys think of his wardrobe?
Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
I love the coat. So.
What I love is my big complaint about the cost. Up until the 4th Doctor, they had a wardrobe. 5th Doctor to Capaldi had a costume, and I hated that. The Doctor should be allowed to look however they want. It should be different each episode. They've got a wild wardrobe.
Yeah.
We know the Doctor has a whole wardrobe off in the TARDIS. We know that. We've seen it. We saw it back in the 4th Doctor era. The
TARDIS has to be as big as the new one is, or inside is to carry all the clothes.
I want to crack at that TARDIS wardrobe so bad.
I do have to say, it's like I know it was a kilt that he was wearing, but when the doctor was like spinning around on the dance floor, that really looked like a skirt to me. And I'm like,
You know what? Shooty can wear anything and make it look good.
Really? I think so. He felt like he could be anything and anyone in that moment.
Mhm.
I saw when he was doing the dancing, I saw a very happy little first doctor in him clapping and going, wee.
Well, and that's something I think we should talk about. This is a doctor that seems happy.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
This is playful. This is joyful. This is a lot of fun.
I mean, he had a smile on his face almost the entire time, except when he was, dealing with the goblins.
This is joy. This is what the Eighth Doctor should have been after the movie.
This was so much fun, and I loved every minute of it.
Okay, passengers, I'm sorry, but this is killing me. But I loaned my neighbor an Amy Winehouse vinyl yesterday, and it's all I can hear through the floor right now. I know exactly what track, what side.
Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh. So, what did you guys think of Ruby?
Could she be any more adorable?
I know.
Oh my goodness! First of all, the actress does a fantastic job. I'm going to say that up front. Second of all, I think these two have an amazing chemistry, and I am so looking forward to all of their adventures together just because of that.
Well, and what I love is it's a very good bookend because we just went from two actors with amazing chemistry to bam, two new actors with amazing chemistry.
Yes. And I love her mom, and I love the grandma.
Okay, Cherry Sunday is the best name. Why is that not a Bond name?
Cherry Sunday. And the expression on his face when he heard what her name was, I mean, he just got the biggest smile. And I just thought that was a really, really cute scene.
Well, and I absolutely love that both Ruby and her mother are like, that's a terrible name. And yet when the doctor hears it, he's like, that is the best name ever.
It is the greatest name I've ever.
And this is very much like the bow ties are cool sort of moment for him.
Yes.
The only other better name is Boo Boo Cherry.
Boo Boo Cherry.
Boo Boo Cherry.
Oh. And that baby, was that baby not adorable?
Oh, I wanted to hug the baby.
I mean,
I wanted to hug that baby.
Oh my gosh. But no, I
Mama wanted to pet the baby.
I really love the relationship that Ruby has with her mom. I'm so happy that it's not a strained relationship and she's like, I can't wait to get away from her. It's not going to be like that at all. So
no, they really, really love each other.
Yeah. So what's next?
So we would normally go through this kind of like more scene by scene. So we've kind of gone over a lot of this.
This is the last Grand Circle tour of the year. Yeah. I think we're allowed to have a bit of slack right now. I think we're allowed to have a bit of woo-woo.
We are.
In the air.
Yeah.
We are, but
we've earned it. We can be
to our episode something.
This
is what I use if I am hosting.
Passengers, this is a freebie. We're just gonna, let it ride.
Let it ride.
So the whole show opens up 19 years previously on a church on Ruby Road where a mysterious woman leaves a small baby child
in the snow on a step.
It was
we see the
freezing
doctor.
cold where it could get hypothermia.
Not even a basket. Come on.
Plop, here you go, baby. One layer between you and the snow.
Oh.
And I want to point out that if you listen to what they're saying, the narration says, no one knew the mother's name until a time traveler named the Doctor showed up. Right away, first moment, we get this hint, this indication that the Doctor maybe does know who the mother is. So for anyone out there who's going, why didn't he like chase after her at the end? There's there that he does know. He does know something.
Because he has been stalking Ruby for a little bit.
He does stalk her for a bit. So yeah, we move on to Ruby talking to Davina McCall, who apparently is like a real presenter of a real show called Long Lost Family.
Yeah.
That does exactly what they're talking about in this episode of trying to find long lost relatives
with
through
DNA research. Yes.
And so that was a wonderful way of like having basically an exposition dump in a way that didn't feel like an exposition.
Yeah, done well.
It was done very well, and I loved that. And then we move on to I'm lost in my notes here now. We see her playing in her band. We see her at a club. We see the Doctor dancing on the dance club floor in his skirt.
Yes, we see bad luck things happening here and there.
You know what I like about Ruby is she's 19 and she's a very well-adjusted, level-headed young lady.
Yeah.
She's not a mystery girl.
So what's the drinking age in England?
18.
Is it 18?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
See, now I love the bit where we see the goblin moving the glass off to the side, so she like almost drops it, and the Doctor comes up and is like, "Health and safety, gin and tonic division."
Yes.
And then he goes off, and she goes to set the glass down, and the entire table is gone.
Yeah. And then crash.
It's like the entire table is gone. It's
This is not bad luck. This is being punked straight up every day.
It's like, at that point you can't even think. It's like, oh, I'm just being clumsy. The entire table was gone.
Yeah, but you know what we all picked up on, obviously, is that the lady from the show that interviewed her was having way worse luck than Ruby.
She got killed by a Christmas star.
She's got a broken leg. She's got her arm in a sling. She's in a wheelchair.
Dude, the Christmas star literally became a ninja star for her.
Yes.
I do love the Doctor's interaction with the police officer after the snowman falls on him. He's like, okay, name the Doctor, occupation not a doctor. Address.
Can
I go home now?
But here we have a really good Joyce interaction with somebody. Capaldi would have yelled at him. Jody would have like freaked him out by being a spaz.
And he was just like he's fine in his interaction, and even then it's like he goes, "Oh, by the way, she'll say yes."
Yeah. Oh, yes.
I love the imagery of the Doctor busting out of a snowman's eye.
Yeah.
That is going to be a wallpaper forever. It's not
Yeah,
amusing.
for sure. That was a very cool scene.
So then we go back to Ruby's house, and they're adopting a new baby or fostering a new baby, Lulu Bell,
Yes, so
which they both agree is a terrible name.
Lulu,
So,
okay, Lulu
that's
Bell,
a
not so.
Frontierland name.
Yes.
But another newborn on Christmas Eve. What a coincidence!
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that will not come back to haunt anyone ever.
No.
Wait, is this imagery?
Mhm.
And so yeah, so the mom leaves and tells Ruby, just
Don't lose the baby." Don't lose
And that's when the
baby.
goblins show up.
Yes. And they steal the baby.
And I'm like, part of me is like, this is Labyrinth. This is Jim Henson's Labyrinth all
Yeah.
over again.
No.
Yeah.
The goblins are going to steal your baby.
Yep.
Oh,
But I
if
love
only
that
David.
she goes up. They steal the baby. She's a little slow to go to go check on the baby after she
Yeah.
hears things.
Yes. Hears those very strange noises through the baby monitor.
Felt like she was a little slow to go check, but
Yeah.
she got there in the end. She got the ladder. She went up.
Yep.
There's
Brand young lady. It's a brand young lady.
leading into the sky, and she jumps on it, and then we get the doctor jumping
Electric.
like a madman. He's like running along behind her. And I'm like, this is a man who knows how to run.
Yeah.
We've got
Yep.
long legs again.
So I did love that, honestly.
Mhm.
And him going, who does that? Who sees a ladder and just jumps on it? And she's like,
As he
they
jumps
have
on
the baby.
Those gloves. Those were very cool.
The Mavity glove.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see Isaac Newton again at some point.
So I think Mavity is going to continue to be a thing, and the prevailing theory online seems to be that at some point someone is going to say gravity instead of Mavity, and that's going to be a clue that they are a Time Lord or whatever.
Okay.
See, I'm saying spoiler free.
By this.
So
I'm saying spoiler free. I don't want to know anything going into this new season. I don't want to.
Well,
Which
we
is
don't
gonna make-
know, but I'm saying that's the prevailing online theory.
Mhm.
But they are using it. They are continuing the Mavity thing.
Yes.
That is hilarious. That is. And we didn't think it was gonna. We didn't know it was gonna become a thing for this season.
Yeah.
But apparently, it is going to be a
It
thing.
is. Yes.
It's going to be on T-shirts.
Oh, so she goes up. So the doctor and Ruby get pulled up into the flying pirate ship that is apparently where the goblins are.
Yes. And how that thing stays in the air, I will never know.
Well,
and radium.
it's a new language. It's a new form of physics.
It is. Something I do not understand.
But again, okay, so goblins, new forms of physics. I mean, we have opened the door to fantasy, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
To see where we're going with this.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
I
and
think
even the
Doctor Who and
doctor
fantasy
says,
have been meet really well for a while.
yeah, even the doctor says it's like it's a new form of science that he hadn't known about before, and he's learning now, and he's excited to be learning something new, which is so the doctor.
Yes. Yes.
But again, and the way it's expressed is so, classic Doctor. And that's what I'm loving about him. He feels like a classic Doctor in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And Russell T Davies just gave him a new universe to explore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To some extent.
Yeah.
Well, I knew half of a universe, but
fair enough. Thank you.
That's all right then.
I do have to say, I mean, they even brought it up that in this episode as well, the stuff with the flux and with some with the timeless child and some of that kind of thing. I feel better about it in these hands.
Definitely. There's a
Strickland was good about bringing up some ideas, but not in dealing with them. And Russell T Davies, I think, is better about dealing with these ideas. And
it should have started with the flux and just gone in strong and just bam. And then we could have chewed on that for a few seasons rather than right at the end. Give it something really cool and then be like, peace out.
So I feel like Russell T Davies is going to take these ideas and make them better than they felt in the Chibnall era.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so I'm very excited about that. So Ruby and the Doctor are very promptly captured.
Of course.
Yes. That was pretty quick.
And the Doctor is like, well, I did spend a hot summer with Houdini. Make of that what you will. Yes. But he does get out of the rope handcuffs. And then learns to read the rope. I love the idea that the sonic screwdriver doesn't work here because not because of like some limitation of like it doesn't do wood, but because it's like this is something new.
Yeah. And let's talk about that sonic screwdriver for a second. It looks nothing like a screwdriver.
You know what? C'est la vie. It's cool.
Yeah, I think it's very I really want to know more about this thing. Like other sonic screwdrivers, they've been very similar.
Mm-hmm.
They each kind of change a little bit, but this one is just totally different than all the other ones.
This is it feels like a lot of people have compared it to a remote control, and that's not wrong. That's not.
See, I thought Pocket Watch when I saw it.
Did you?
Yeah, it gave me Pocket Watch vibe.
I don't know. The shape of it and everything.
Gallifreyan Pocket Watch.
It actually looks like my shaver from my legs. It looks ergonomic, It looks like an ergonomic kind of a thing with the shape. So
now I'm a person who I have been collecting a lot of the Doctor Who sonic screwdrivers in toy form, but I don't think I'm going to buy this one because
Really?
it doesn't feel like a sonic screwdriver to me.
mm-hmm.
I gotta have this one.
I went all in to go. I have to have the 14th Doctor's screwdriver, but this one I'm like, I don't feel the need to get it.
It's like the Sonic glass. It's like the Sonic glasses, Sonic Ray-Bans. Every now and then, it's good to change it up just for a season or two.
So I'm going to be curious to see what if this one is going to be able to do other things that the other ones were never able to do, just because of its shape and the way that it looks.
I don't mind the screen coming back, the Sonic making the screen, that makes sense.
I like
I don't need any more safety walls.
I didn't like that. I didn't like the safety wall.
Yeah.
I loved the visual screen.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Why wouldn't it do that?
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't like the design of this particular
Okay.
screwdriver.
The Doctor Who apologist.
Oh. But where is it?
Okay, so I gotta think of this. I got the biggest kick out of the name Janice Goblin.
Right, so they got up there, they were in the ship, they escaped. Then we had the musical number.
Yes. Goblins singing.
So,
You know what?
I'm going to say it's like I didn't necessarily like the idea of the musical number in general, but
that song was number one on the charts for a little bit. It beat Mariah Carey for a minute.
and both Shudigawa and what's her name who plays Ruby, they can sing.
Yeah.
Everyone did a fantastic job, and it was still a fun and entertaining number. So I can't complain too much.
I do wonder if that was part of the Disney Plus deal. It's like, oh no, they need to sing.
They need to sing. It needs to be a musical show.
Yeah.
These people can sing. Oh my God, they did a fantastic job, and I love this. I actually kind of love the song. I'm like, this is totally unnecessary for the story, but
It's so silly and
it's such a good job. I can't
so
complain.
straight.
It's goblins. What are you gonna say?
I think the lyrics are so silly and it's played so straight at the same time. It's hilarious. And they're not like terrifying, they're just kind of like oddlings to look at. They're
Yeah.
Oh, so we get through that. They escape and they're like, okay, everything's fine, everything's great. We got the baby back, where the goblins are gone, and we get this conversation where it's like, oh, I was adopted. Oh, I was also a foundling. Oh, well, that's a even bigger coincidence. And it's like, we get these big cracks.
Well, the storm's brewing outside and all this crap goes through the whole
the way
place.
they stick to foundling and not orphan. Both of them.
And it was just, as they're going through this, and the doctor's like, wait, make sure everything's okay. And he goes and looks, and he comes back and is like, wait, where's Ruby?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to call out the actress who plays Ruby's mom in this, because her demeanor,
It was like
changes.
just like somebody turned off a switch.
So broken.
But it's like she's still the same character, but
Yes.
this light
Oh my God.
went out inside.
Yes. She was great.
It's like it was such an amazing job of acting. I want to call her out because,
And really the grandma too, because she was very, chill and very,
But
fun.
you see in that kitchen, that was too that was acting masterclass with those two.
Mhm.
well, and even there, it's like we get like this bit of lighting difference and all of that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in making this whole scene work.
Mhm.
But the acting of the mother,
Yep.
in particular, was the one that just really sold it, of how different she was. I mean, because it was the same person,
Yep.
but with a different set of experiences
With
behind
that sliding doors thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was I thought she did an amazing
Yes,
job.
she did.
Yeah.
And so yes, the doctor is like, where's Ruby? And it's like, who's Ruby? I have Lulabelle. And she's not my daughter. I'm just fostering her. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Why would I want a daughter? I'm so happy now. And it's like, well, why are you crying?
And then she says, and why are you? That was very, very impactful as well.
She's so broken, a stranger walks into her home and she's just like, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, she just seemed so flat and dead inside almost in comparison to what she had been.
Yep.
Which kind of goes back to the previous statement that she had made. It's like, I wonder what I would be like without you. Well, we saw that, and it was not great.
Yeah. And in an episode that's been so joyous to have this moment in an episode that's been so joyful, to suddenly have this moment the joy is gone. It's been sucked away.
Yeah. It was kind of like a It's a Wonderful Life moment that was thrown in there, but it hit the mark 100%. No,
it was done so well. I kudos to everyone involved in that whole thing. Like I say, like from the lighting to the set design to everything, it's like it was just top to bottom. It was amazing.
Disney money makes it look so good.
And so the doctor realizes what's happening, and he goes back to when Ruby was dropped off at the church. And he sees the goblins taking her away, and he goes up, he climbs up the wall, and he tries to drag down the ladder. And that doesn't work. He drags down the whole ship, and apparently the Goblin King dies by church steeple.
He got hot fuzzed.
He got hot fuzzed, as they say. No one says that, but apparently a lot of people say that now.
Yes.
Which, I mean, okay, so that was a fun scene. A bit more violent than I was expecting. Episode.
I've been
and then
skewered.
the whole thing disappears, like the whole ship.
Again, go back to that fantasy element.
Yep.
Because again, so it's like these are different rules. So I find myself wondering, how is that going to play into future stories? Because these are clearly different rules. They didn't just like crash down and have like all the debris. It just all faded away. Goblins and everything.
Yep.
Just, are you getting like hints of the Mind Robber from Patrick Troughton days?
This is like what do I say? I mean, I was like the toy maker's realm, or it's like these are more of the fantasy realms where the rules that we think of as physics don't apply.
Right.
Yeah, the universe has changed, and it's going to be more interesting now. It's going to be less alien of the week.
I love the idea of having more myth and magic.
Yeah,
I really do, because they found a way to introduce it in a quote unquote scientific way. But also just seeing the doctor's joy of going, this is something new for me to learn.
Yeah.
Okay,
this is
so
something
that
I didn't already know, so I have to learn new things.
yeah. So that being said, though, do you think that we will see a return of Cybermen, Daleks, anything like that?
You know, we will always see the return of Daleks, Cyberman, and the Master, because that's just so much a part of this show.
Yeah,
they're going to come back. But this gives everyone an opportunity to do something else for a while.
I think this is doing what Chibnall wanted to do, but better. Where in that first season, no returning monsters. We're opening up in a whole different way because, showed your first season.
Yeah, we created a whole new world
Yeah.
of ideas that we can bring in and play with.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see where this goes because when
I
those
know.
two get reunited at the end, it's like they're instant BFFs.
Mm-hmm.
And I love so he goes back. He's like, okay, Ruby is there. He has to go save Defina McCall and come back again. And so this brings us to Mrs. Flood.
Yes.
It's not Susan. It's not the Rani. I want to stop hearing that.
Okay, so first of all, there's too many licensing issues with the Rani. It's not going to be the Rani.
Which sucks.
Here's the idea that I haven't heard anyone say that I think is like kind of Occam's razor. Did the Doctor invite Mrs. Flood into the TARDIS, show her around, maybe take her on an adventure or two, and then drop her back off before he picked up Ruby?
There was a point when he walked into the apartment and he goes, "Hey, Mrs. Flood." Like he knew her name already.
Yeah, because here's the thing. So when she first sees the TARDIS, she's like, it's just an old police box. And she's surprised when it dematerializes. But by the time we see her at the end, she's seen it dematerialize, rematerialize. She's seen him get into it.
Yep.
Dematerialize, come back, have him come out, and have a conversation with him.
And to know what it's called.
Yeah.
And it's like, so she's seen this happen multiple times by the time it's breaking the fourth wall. So it's like, even within this episode, she's seen a lot.
Yes.
Which means she's seen a lot before. I mean, she's just sitting there cool with it. I already love Mrs. Flood.
But when she was talking to Ruby, she said, "Have fun, dearie."
Yeah.
So it's like,
Like she knows what's going to happen. So
It's Romana.
It almost felt like maybe she, because we saw her having this conversation with the Doctor, and then it cuts away to show Ruby kind of having her realization. How much was going on with the Doctor and Mrs. Flood in that time? I almost feel like the easier explanation is that, the Doctor kind of told her, this is a TARDIS, and here, yeah, it's bigger on the inside. I travel through time, and
I love her wink at the end. That was so cute.
I don't want to speculate. Whatever the reveal is, I can't wait. I can't wait for the excitement of that. I don't want this spoiled.
Why do we have to wait till April?
Oh, that's how they always do it.
Because we have to wait till May, from what I understand. But I also want to call out before we go, I love that Ruby kind of figured it out on her own. That so many times it's like we're like, oh, we get someone who's like kind of wanders in and is like, oh, what's going on? She went through this whole thought process. It's like, wait, I have a moment to think. And she's like, wait, he went back. What does he mean he went back? Wait, when was Houdini? Wait, he's a time traveler. He's a time traveler, and she goes out.
Yep.
And so it makes it more of her choice to walk in and say, yeah, I want to be part of this adventure. And so I love that. The only quibble I would have about this entire episode is that we just saw how much her mom really needs her to be around, and she just
time travel. She should be back in 10
wandered
seconds.
off.
I have a feeling that they're going to have her come back home a lot.
Yeah.
So I hope there's going to be more of that because
I think I
love these two characters. And
yeah, the mother and the grandmother, I think, are going to be an integral part of this series. So I think she's going to.
Well, that was one of my favorite things about Russell's writing was the families of the companions. But Justin, Ruby Sunday is the anti-Tegan.
You know, I will totally give you that. I will totally give you that. So now I want Tegan to show up and interact with Ruby.
No, dear, let me tell you how to handle him. This is how you manage the doctor.
Oh.
Justin, I want to thank you because I was supposed to host this one, and I am just not in the mind frame. And passengers, you couldn't tell, but at the last second, it's like, Justin, you need to host. I can't do it. And so thank you, Justin. You did a fantastic job with zero preparation.
You probably can't tell because I was totally not prepared. But
you did great, and thank you so much. I know it was a last-second thing. I want to thank you in front of all our passengers. You rocked it. Thank you for picking up the mic.
Well, I appreciate that.
I'm too tired.
Do we have any last thoughts before we wrap this up? So we'll start with you, Kris.
Again, I thought it was a great episode. It was a lot of fun on top of that. So rolling all that into one thing, what more can you ask for? And I just really am looking forward to spring.
I am totally looking forward to where this goes as well. How about you, Jay? Any last thoughts?
My last thoughts are kind of different. My last thoughts are for the end of 2023. This is the last episode of the year. We're heading into a brand new year. Can't wait for it. But passengers, thank you so much for listening along and being with us on this ride. We love you, and we can't wait to be in your ear holes next year.
Yes. We're going to be earworms.
The only last thought is I feel like this episode felt in a lot of ways like Rose from 2005.
Yeah.
In showing us,
but no sadness.
This companion before she met the doctor, and we got to see that introduction, and the chemistry between the new companion and the new doctor are fantastic in the same way. And so I am totally looking forward to everything that is coming ahead. Apparently we have to wait till May, which is way too long. But
in the background in the trailer for the new season, there's a woman standing behind him in unit headquarters who looks strikingly like Martha Jones. So she is worth the wait. If she is there, I can wait till May to see my favorite one again.
Honestly, I mean, the whole idea of unit and the unit headquarters and hiring the old companions that are around.
Martha.
Yeah.
I don't know. That is totally within the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
And
if 2024, at least the beginning, goes as fast as 2023 went, May will be here before we know it, you guys.
So glad 2023 is over.
Ugh.
So I am totally looking forward to the new episodes of Doctor Who, and I really do hope we see some of the old companions come back.
Yes.
Not some. I want to see everybody back. Everybody
the spin-off, which may or may not revolve around Unit. Just saying, I'm looking forward to all of it. So
help me God, Jackson. If K9 does not show up at unit headquarters, I'm going to go burn something.
He's going to go protest at Disney Plus headquarters.
All I'm asking for is Glenn Cooper, K9, Martha Jones. Just give them to me.
I don't think you're asking for too much.
And maybe a Romana or two.
Jay has a list of demands. But with that, Ken, take it away.
The Grand Circle Tour podcast is brought to you in part by Expedition Roasters. When you visit expeditionroasters.com, use the promo code Grand Circle Tour podcast, that's all one word, and you will receive 10% off of your purchase. If you would like to keep the adventure going after the show, be sure to visit our Facebook page, Disney Friends of the Grand Circle Tour podcast. While you're on Facebook, like our page, Grand Circle Tour podcast. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Grand Circle Tour Podcast, on Instagram at GCT Podcast, and our YouTube channel, Grand Circle Tour. On TikTok, Grand Circle Tour. That's all one word. If you'd like to email us, drop us a line, gctpodcast@gmail.com. T-shirts and other fun merch can be found at tpublic.com. Simply search Grand Circle Tour Podcast. If you enjoyed your visit, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Only one rule, make it good. All logos, sounds, music, and songs that are made by and for Disney and its affiliates are owned in full by the Disney Corporation, and they are not, nor are they intended to be owned in any way by the Grand Circle Tour Podcast. Thank you for riding with us, and welcome home.
Doctor, you're being childish.
Well, of course I am. There's no point in being grown up if you can't be childish sometimes.